Hi there, it's Saberman again. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a beginner's drum lesson. I have a cymbal right here. I have a hi-hat right here. I forgot what this one is called. You can't see the snare, and then these two drums. But I don't know if you can see the top of my head. I didn't really test this footage like the other ones. You'll also notice that I'm in a new set because, like I said, I'm going to be doing a drum lesson. And there might be a line about right there somewhere, because if there's not, then yay, but if there is, then I don't know what happened with the camera. So this is a really easy beginner's drum lesson that you can learn really soon. If you need to rewind, but I'm going to be teaching you the first step of drumming. Okay, so usually people have a metronome right here, or somewhere where you can see for drum lesson tutorials or whatever. But I don't, because I can't really keep up with metronomes because I learned without a metronome, so that's why I don't have a metronome. And also, first step of drumming, you need to learn how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. But that's fourth notes. But then there's quarter notes, which is like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And the ands are it's pretty much like, if you want to replace the ands with numbers, then it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what it's like, but most people say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But if you want to replace them with numbers, then that's how you do it. This one, like I said, it's like your first step of drumming. So I'll be teaching you how to do a quarter note one. Yes, quarter note. The ands are eighth notes, just in case I said quarter note, I don't know. But for the quarter note one, you're going to be hitting the hi-hats at every point, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But then on 1, which is this, you're going to have a kick, like that. And then on 2, you're going to have a snare, like this. And then on 3, you're going to have a hi-hat with a snare, with a kick again, like this. And then for 4, you're going to have the same thing as you did with 2, a hi-hat and a snare. So the quarter note one is going to, eighth note one is going to be different than this one. It's a bit harder than this one, unless you do the eighth note one more than the quarter note. Then the quarter note one is kind of hard to do, but I'm sure I can get it right. So I'm going to do it pretty slow. So here it is. So that was a slow one, and I'm not going to do fast because I can't really do a fast quarter note one. I can do a fast eighth note one. Why do I keep saying eighth note? Eighth note one, and the eighth note one is pretty much going to be having a hi-hat on on every number and every and, like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, like that. So on 1, you're going to have a hi-hat and a snare, a kick, like the quarter note one, like this. 1, then you're going to have an and. Then on 2, you're going to have a snare and a hi-hat, pretty much like the last one. Then and then hi-hat and kick. Then there's going to be another and then for 4, it's a hi-hat and a snare, then another hi-hat. So this is pretty much like quarter note one, except instead of doing this, you're pretty much going to be adding one hi-hat between this and this. So it'll be like this. Like that. So let's get to the playing part. I'll start out slow and stop and go faster, or just slowly go faster. Oh, sorry, I was doing quarter notes. I didn't really count. I think that was right, but if you're more into drums and you haven't learned this yet, which would be really bad, but because this is like your first step of drumming, but if you haven't learned this yet because you just skip right ahead to songs or whatever, you probably had a harder time, but it's like, it's easier for you to go faster, but the beginners, you guys might want to start out by practicing this. Before you go to the 8th notes, and even once you go to the 8th notes like this, you might not want to go faster until you've learned this like really well, know it by heart, don't have to watch any videos, like, and then you can do it faster like this. I didn't count that time either. Like I said, I'm better without a metronome. This was first drum lesson that I gave to you. Once I get up to once I do easy lessons, get to the harder lessons, I'm going to start posting videos about how to do songs, most likely. It's not a yes, so don't get your hopes up. It's a most likely. So I'll probably eventually be posting some drum tutorials on how to do some songs, but for now it's just going to be little lessons of your beginner stuff. Then I'll get more to expert, then I'll get to the highest part, which is probably songs. So yeah, so I hope you liked this video. If you did, click that like button, yeah, right there. Videos on my channel, or wherever my channel thing is. Look at my about, subscribe if you haven't already. Videos, I have another one, which is can I chug 11 bottles of water in 1 minute? You have to watch that one. It is a really extremely funny one. My dad doesn't laugh often, and he laughed at it, so it is extremely funny. Trust me, you have to watch it. And that's all. So, this is Saberman, and see you in my next video. If you want to subscribe and you haven't already, click down there right below the like button, or right there. Don't know which one. I don't want to think through it. I think it's down here. No, it doesn't matter. Click if you're new, then welcome back to my channel. I mean,